So 50 points up for grabs for the ETC this weekend. As P1 just checking his team, it definitely was, as celebrations now begin down in Parc Ferme, where of course we'll be able to hear from him once he speaks to Jack, once he has a moment to reflect on exactly what has happened. But I think overall, a very, very happy podium here at Magny-Cours. Maybe Alvaro Lucas just thinking already to race 2. Of course, a regular frontrunner, you would have to say, so far this year. Definitely one of the title contenders is Alvaro Lucas. And well, who knows? The likes of Ramadipa, it's going to catapult him up in the championship standings. And is this going to be the start of things to come? 60 points now to his tally, as we said, and up into third in the championship. Of course, just a 9-lap race. Lucas Brown as well down there celebrating. Lucas will be out later on, and very soon actually, for the Junior GP race, but still getting an opportunity. Of course, although they're in different classes, they spend a lot of time with each other for training and also during the race weekends. They all travel together, they all stay together at the hotel, and then have a good relationship between the whole junior talent team. As Alvaro Lucas points to his visor, Borja Gomez on his visor. A great tribute, and I'm sure he'll be dedicating this podium. But the likes of number 7 for Borelli, maybe an unexpected podium for him going into today. Of course, started from the second row of the grid, battled all the way, and battled very hard as well. The race stayed bunched up throughout. As the shades come off for the celebrations, for the pictures that are now taken. But Parc Ferme, I'm sure that race will be remembered for quite a long time within the junior talent team, because it was a race that many of us will not forget, but that was because of some great battles throughout. This was Ramadipa hitting the front, but this was Cano's mistake. He saved it briefly before he went back into the middle of the circuit, and it was Longarella who received that impact. But over the line, it was celebrations. He was already celebrating meters before the line. And well, feet off the feet pegs, and the arm punching and waving in the air, as of course for number 7 and P3. But P1 now for the 32. Tears, I'm sure they are tears of joy, as they will have an opportunity in just a few moments' time to celebrate in pit lane. But before, let's hear from him as he speaks to Jack down in Parc Ferme.
Kiandra, what a race that was. Just talk us through that.
Yeah, it's an amazing race for me. I give my best. I just do my best, and I try to be clever in every corner, and I try to make good last lap. I try to manage myself, manage my ego, and this is for Indonesia, for my team, for my family. Thank you so much for all the support. I will keep this momentum for the race too.
And just in your native language for your fans back home.
Terima kasih semuanya. Alhamdulillah saya mendapat kemenangan di race 1 ini. Saya akan coba lebih lagi di race 2 nanti. Doakan saya semua. Assalamualaikum.
Thank you very much.
And this was how the race unfolded. It was drama from turn 1. There was overtakes all the way through, and then this accident over at turn 5. It collected quite a few riders as races came to an abrupt end. Confusion, questions about that one, but the race continued at the front. Ramadipa, he was constantly in the top order, constantly in the podium places, as Bahosa took one of his long lap penalties. He had 2 to serve as Alvaro Lucas was on the attack. On the CF Moto Aspar, Regime looking down the inside, trying to tuck into Slipstream as well, but all the talk throughout was on Carlos Cano and the moves he was making. I mean, a few followers as well throughout the race. But Longarella had his stint at the front.
Begin here in Magny Court. Of course, the team member will be first on the podium to collect the trophy for the team before the riders make their way out. It will be, of course, first person out being Borelli in P3 before Alvaro Lucas. A lot of points to the sky for him in P2. And then Ramadipa, P1 now for him. What a result it is for the entire junior talent team. Tricky conditions, a reduced race as well as the president of the National Speed Commission once again hands out the team podium trophy. Borelli receives his trophy now, and the rain is falling here in Magny Court. It could be a different story in race 2 as Alvaro Lucas. Another point to the sky for him as Ramadipa prepares for his moment in the spotlight. And that is P1. That is victory for Ramadipa. Runs out here in France. The rain is truly coming down now, but I don't think that's going to concern the ETC riders just yet. Of course, they will be back out for the race too. Who knows? It could be a wet race. Can it be Ramadipa making it 2 from 2? We're going to have to wait and find out. What a race we had. It was another instant classic, but now as we take a look at the final result here in race 1 for ETC, it is of course Ramadipa taking victory, 98 thousandths of a second over Alvaro Lucas and Borelli in P3. Fernando Bajosa in P4 ahead of Gavarini and Gutierrez. Cradeville finishes P7 with Galan and Mario Landa finishing P8 and P9. As now we move on to our final spot side. Top 10 was